Hello and welcome. My name's Reiki Rita Roberts. I am a holistic family wellness coach. I'm also the author of the book Parents of Price Tags, Heal Yourself of Family Dysfunction, Learn to Love Your Children Unconditionally. So I'm here to talk to you a little bit today about dysfunction. There's different levels of dysfunction. Usually when people hear the word, they tend to get their back up or they say, that's not my family. Because people typically think dysfunction means being addicted. There are different levels. Being addicted or highly abusive. But there's also psychological abuse, emotional abuse, mental abuse. So what I've got here today is family dysfunction is not your fault. And I've got the word yet. So not yet, meaning when you don't know better, you can't do better. But once you do know better, you have to do better. So right now for today, we could say family dysfunction is not our fault because there still is no parent manual and no parents have any skills or experience in the game. So technically, we're right. It's not our fault yet. However, our job is to become a good parent. And that's what most people want for their children. And that's their intentions going in. We want to be good parents. We don't intentionally go in and screw it up. However, our intention is to be good, loving parents. And here are the three things that you need to be good, loving parents. You have to exude confidence. You have to have high energy, confidence in being a parent. You have to have the skills to be a parent, proper training. Well, think about when you're driving a car. You didn't know how to drive a car, so you had to learn, you had to get skilled, right? But what's happening today is we're blindly continue to parent blindly, meaning it's like tying something around your eyes, driving in the car, hoping to not hurt yourself, hurt your children in the back seat, and not hurt an innocent bystander by driving blindly. We would never do that. But yet we're still parenting blindly with no skills or training. Excuse me. The other thing that we need to be a good parent is we need positive role models. So if you're one of the fortunate that has a positive role model, your parents, wonderful. But for most of us, we don't. Or even if we do, those parents are not raising millennium children. So millennial parents have their work cut out for them. There's a whole other category of stuff that you have to contend with that your parents didn't. So you can't completely rely on what your parents are going to tell you, although it may be positive and good feedback perhaps 30 years ago. So we can't rely on that. So here is what I could do to make this happen as far as role models. I am dedicated to putting an end to the generational cycle of family dysfunction. That is my passion. I'm done with all the excuses. I'm an advocate for children. Who's protecting the welfare and well-being of the children? Well, I'm going to take a shot at it, as you know. And here's why. Just give you a little. Most parents have no idea that the two key emotions to creating a happy, healthy family are number one, unconditional love. And you cannot do or show unconditional love if you don't unconditionally love yourself. So number one. Number two, mutual respect in the family. There has to be a foundation of respect. But what happens in most families that have some form of dysfunction, they are solidified in both fear and control, not love and respect. Let me tell you what happens when that happens. Here are some alarming statistics that I found with regard to Canadian stats on domestic violence. This means unhealthy families. This means disrespectful relationships, fear-based, control-based. So it's gonna blow your mind. All right. So 1 in 5 women experience some form of abuse. 1 in 5 women. The majority of victims are female, and that percentage is 83%. All right, are victims. Every 6 days, a woman in Canada dies from domestic family abuse. Now, here's the part that I'm more concerned about as well as the concern about the women, the children. Every year in Canada, here's an outstanding number. 362,000 children witness or experience family violence. The people that are supposed to love them the most is hurting them the most. This needs to stop. Okay? Across Canada, over 3,000 women and 2,900 children that their dependent children are taking refuge in shelters for the safety of their own health. Now, if you're still not convinced, now not to mention all the emotional scarring. You might be physically safe, but not to mention all the scarring that is happening to these children, these women, these men, whoever's being abused. Here's the cost. Let's put that in numbers now for all you analytical people that think it doesn't affect them. You know, we're worried about the NRA, rightly so, and guns and schools and arming teachers. What about the armed and dangerous parents? Is anyone looking at that? Wow. All right. The cost. Police to go out to dysfunctional families. 187 million. Counseling. 294 million. Criminal justice system with domestic alone. 684 million a year. A total of $1 billion a year. All right. Because of all of this domestic dysfunction. Wow. Do you know how many people we could feed, clothe, how we can make the environment a better place with $1 billion extra dollars a year? Now, before anybody emails me, if you want these statistics, you could go, there's a 45-minute video, happy to send it to you. I found this on CBC TV. It was documented. It's called The War at Home, and it was on March 24th, 2016. So I'm sure the stats have even gone higher since then. All right, so there's what's happening. So what's the solution? 2 steps. First, we got to create awareness. Just like everything that's going on in the society right now, it's all about awareness. The truth coming up, all right? The Me Too's, the speaking out, the stop staying in denial. Stop sweeping this shit under the rug. It's happening. You've seen the statistics. We all know people. Maybe you are somebody, all right? This needs to stop. We need to stop the bleeding. So 2 steps. First, we begin healing one family at a time. One family at a time. All right? No more blind parenting. No more putting on the mind, rolling the dice and hoping we turn out a winner. We can't do that anymore. These are our children we're talking about. Everything you say gets locked and loaded with them. And they'll come back and present you with stuff that you did or didn't do 20 years later. I guarantee it. So let's get it right now. Okay? Let's get it straight. And it's never too late. Whether you're a new parent who's starting the journey, doesn't feel confident, doesn't have the skills, whether you're an older parent, or whether you're a single mom, single dad, divorced, there's never an opportunity to not start over, start fresh. Trust me, my book's all about that. I'm going to offer you a free copy afterwards, a free book for you to read it, hear my story, know why I feel so passionate about it. So we have to stop blind parenting. All right? For a copy of the free book, please submit your email on the below and I'll fire that off to you. We also have to create a movement. This is where I need some help from you. Social change needs to happen now. Not tomorrow, not after more people get killed or hurt or all that stuff happening now. So I need you to help me out, which means share it with your friends. If you know somebody could, use this knowledge, how to be a good parent and all that, share it, tweet it, pin it. I don't know what else you do. Like it, all that happy stuff. Please do it, put it out there. We need to work together to say no more. If anybody wants to hire me to come out, speak to a group, speak to a class, speak to teachers about this, about the harmful effects of family dysfunction, happy to do it. So please, let's get started. So again, family dysfunction is not your fault. However, if you choose to do nothing about it, because no family is perfect, as we say, we're imperfect humans. So there's no way we can create perfect families. What I'm striving for and what I wish for you is a healthy family, a happy family, a loving family, a family where children feel safe to be who they are and everyone thrives and is better people because they belong to that culture. That's what I wish for you. I'm feeling that. That's what I really wish for you. And I want to help you with that. And I can help you with that. I've lived through a lot of this stuff myself. Growing up in a dysfunctional family, more emotional, psychological, not feeling good about myself. That's the sort of abuse. There was some, spanking and all that happy stuff, but it was more about what it did to my self-esteem. Choosing the wrong man as a result of that. And then sounding like my mother when I was raising my children because I had no other role model. It wasn't all bad, but it wasn't all good. It wasn't until and then getting divorced, and all the trauma, dysfunction that created for both me and my children. So I know what I'm talking about. But I want to live in a peaceful world where children and people are happy, and we have to stop the noise. Half the dysfunction, the crime, and the crazy that's happening out there is because of family cultures. We are the people. We are the ones who raise the kids in the next generation. The generation that goes out and becomes the teachers, becomes the counselors, the lawyers, the pharma, the doctors, the nurses. We are in control of what humanity is going to be like. So we have to start by learning, not blind parenting anymore. We have to do away with that. We have to learn some hard skills, communication skills. This morning I got a Facebook reply from my nephew where he went to his daughter's dad and princess sort of dance, and I said to him, "You're a good dad for doing that." His reply was, "Arita, I'm trying." And that's the best reply, because we're not aiming for perfection. We're looking for parents like him who are willing to put some skin in the game, who want to try to be the best possible version of themselves because they love their children that much, and they want to teach them all these, ways to be a healthy, well-adjusted child adult, to bring love into this world and to minimize fear. So that's what it's all about. So if you choose not to do anything about it, dysfunction will show up, I guarantee it. So right now, we have no one to blame. However, now I am creating opportunities for you to become a better parent. All right, the first step, there are 5 steps. This first step is about awareness. So read my story. Get comfortable with it. Get comfortable with me, because we're about you and I to embark on a journey where I'm going to take you through the process called the functional family. We'll talk more about it down the road, one step at a time, where you're going to learn how to identify dysfunction, how to heal self-love within yourself, and how to become that good parent that your children are dying to see. Okay? And even if you are a good parent, there's room to always improve. So please, from my heart to yours, let's join hands, take this journey together. Download, again, I want the people who are serious, people who really, truly want this for themselves. Download the free copy of my ebook, My Gift to You. Read it, and in a couple of weeks, I'll come back with the second part of awareness. And just to give you a peek preview, the second part is 7 ways to help you identify if you're parenting emotionally with love or through fear. So that'll be step 2. Look forward to that. Feel free to reach out to me and download that free ebook. From my heart to yours, God bless you. Let's see you in the next video. Be well.